Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A Wenatchee woman is accused of stealing at least $18,000 from her employer over a number of years. Parties discussing the future of the lower Snake River dams have been in mediation for about 2 years rather than pursue lawsuits to remove them. Gray, foggy weather will continue into the weekend with showers possibly early next week. More on that coming up in weather. Two Wenatchee Valley men face possible charges in what police characterize as a major seizure of fentanyl and other illicit drugs. The Columbia River Drug Task Force says it will seek charges against Stephen Edward Graham of Wenatchee and William Cody Swager Larson of East Wenatchee, alleging unlawful delivery of multiple drugs as well as possession with intent. The case stems from a November 29th arrest in which Graham allegedly made multiple drug sales out of a Wenatchee hotel room. Police say a search of the room and a vehicle turned up 9,400 fentanyl pills, more than 500 Xanax pills, 219 grams of methamphetamine, 5 firearms, including 3 that had been reported stolen, and more than $19,000 in cash. Both men have prior drug arrests and convictions. Prosecutors were expected to file formal charges today. The Wenatchee School Board is preparing next steps to launch a bond and levy campaign. Superintendent Corey Callahar gave a presentation at last night's board meeting on levy and bond planning, which included statistical data on past elections. In the last 8 bond campaigns, voters have only passed 2, with the most recent successful bond being 2014, and before that, a bond had not passed since 2002. On the other hand, voters have passed every levy election since 1991. Callahar said that the district wants to combine the next levy and bond campaign and put them on the same ballot. The city of Chelan is looking for a new city council member. Aaron McCardle will leave the position 2 council seat at the end of the year after election as mayor of Chelan. That leaves the seat open for a qualified applicant to be appointed by the council in January. Anyone applying must be a full-time resident within the Chelan city limits, at least 18 years old, and registered to vote. Candidates will be interviewed at the January 9th council meeting. Applicants can apply through the city's website or contact the city clerk's office. The application period closes at 5 p.m. January 2nd. A Wenatchee woman is accused of stealing at least $18,000 from her employer over a number of years. 64-year-old Laura Lou Phillips was charged by summons with 10 felony counts in Chelan County Superior Court, including first-degree theft, identity theft, and 8 counts of forgery. Wenatchee police say the apparent embezzlement from the asbestos remediation company where she worked as an accountant stretches back to at least 2020 and possibly farther. She allegedly wrote unapproved checks to herself or took cash out of the company's accounts. Phillips made her first court appearance on Wednesday. She remains free on her own recognizance with arraignment scheduled for next week. Reseeding a wildland area after brush fires is becoming standard practice across the West. Land managers got a start this year on reseeding the area burned by the Medhow fire outside Wenatchee with native plants meant to resist future burns. In Okanogan County, the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife is carrying out a similar project. They recently partnered with the U.S. Bureau of Land Management to drop 6,000 pounds of native grass seed over the Scotch Creek wildlife area outside Concanelli, where about 16,000 acres were burned last July. The effort required a helicopter to cover such a vast area. The agency says reseeding the landscape will help restore habitat for deer, bighorns, quail, hawks, and many other species. When we come back, reseeding a wildland area after brush fires is becoming standard practice across the West, including in Okanogan County. Authorities say there's nothing suspicious about a haystack fire that broke out near Royal City yesterday and continued to smolder into today. And parties discussing the future of the lower Snake River dams have been in mediation for about 2 years rather than pursue lawsuits to remove them. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
As Chelan's premier lifestyle store, Willow, find unique home decor, clothing, jewelry, and more. Come visit for a welcoming and memorable shopping experience.
Deepwater Electronics is your one-stop shop for the latest in TV and sound technology. Whether you build your home theater or let them do it for you, Deepwater Electronics is the clear choice.
The switch is on to T-Mobile. Get the best 5G experience and the customer service you depend on. Only at Chelan Wireless in downtown Chelan.
Authorities say there's nothing suspicious about a haystack fire that broke out near Royal City on Tuesday and continued to smolder into today. The hay yard near Highway 26 and Division Road South caught fire yesterday afternoon, but the Grant County Sheriff and officials with Royal Slope Fire and Rescue say the likely cause was spontaneous combustion as decomposing hay near the center of the pile created its own heat. Because of the density of the material, the fire is expected to continue burning for the next several days before it runs out of fuel. Parties discussing the future of the lower Snake River dams have been in mediation for about 2 years rather than pursue lawsuits to remove them. Opponents of removal say those discussions, which involve tribal interests and the federal government, are too opaque, and leaked documents indicate support for doing away with the 4 dams. 4th District Congressman Dan Newhouse has long opposed such a measure. He spoke in a House Natural Resources Committee hearing on Tuesday.
You know, the Columbia River system, the operation of that system, including the lower Snake River dams, I can't think of anything more critical to Central Washington and the rest of the Pacific Northwest. If these dams were breached, and I mean either literally or functionally, those that are negatively impacted would be electricity customers, transportation stakeholders, river-dependent ports, communities up and down the Pacific Northwest, farmers, recreationalists, practically everyone living in the region.
Coming up next, the Gaspar family has been brightening Western Avenue with their Christmas light display for over 30 years. In tonight's feature story, we'll tell you the history behind those lights. Fog and low clouds will stick around into the weekend with possible showers next week. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
In Digital Media Arts program, we learn about video production gear and editing by the combination of class projects and nonprofit work and employment.
It makes things happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty magical.
We work in the industry at the Wenatchee Valley, NCWLIFE channel, and the Town Toyota Center events. Every day we work with industry standard equipment for a hands-on learning experience.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous Farmers Market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. The Gaspar family has been brightening Western Avenue with their Christmas light display for over 30 years. In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE News caught up with Dan Gaspar to hear about the history behind the family's lights, which are dedicated this Christmas to their son Adam, who passed away in August.
The Gaspar family's been decorating different homes over the years, but we started in 1962. We've done it here at this house since we've lived here for over 30 years. So it's a real passion of ours to decorate for Christmas. We've won a lot of awards over the years. There's been a lot of competitions from when it started, but we don't do it for the competition. We do it for the spirit of the holiday season. We initially start putting Christmas lights up right around the middle of October. We start then, so it takes a number of weeks to put up the display. In our Christmas display, the manger is the central theme, the central aspect of our display, and probably my most favorite display, especially because my mother, God rest her soul, she passed away in 1999, but she helped in painting all of those figures. This year our display has a lot of the pieces in it that have been there for years, but this year we have a special sign in honor of our son, Adam Gaspar, who passed away this August. Adam loved the Christmas display and was very instrumental in helping with it during the years, putting it up and helping replace lights and that sort of thing. So this year our display is dedicated to Adam, our son, and we have a sign up especially for him. And so it is a pretty special holiday season. Sad in a lot of ways, of course, because we miss Adam dearly, but it's a special memorial for him in our display this year. We've done the display for many, many years, and I hope to continue doing it for a number of years as long as I can still do it. So we plan on doing it and continuing to do it. You know, our Christmas display is really a function of our feelings about Christmas and what it means to us as a family, as a Gaspar family. And really, to me and to us, Christmas is about giving. And our display is about giving back to the community of Wenatchee some joy during the holiday season, to brighten up your life a little bit, to have somebody smile or bring by their grandmother, or maybe bring by the young children to see the display, or maybe even walk through the display. So it's the joy of sharing with people, the joy of Christmas through our light display. Santa, in his busy schedule, is able to come by and visit our display a little bit before Christmas. So this year on Saturday, December 23rd, Santa will be here visiting us in our display from 5:30 to 8 o'clock. We will have hot cocoa for folks to enjoy. We'll have candy canes, and we also have an opportunity for families or anybody to get pictures with Santa Claus. So it's become pretty popular, and we invite anybody to come by and visit us on the 23rd, that Saturday night, to visit with Santa and enjoy the Christmas lights and some companionship with other people during the holidays.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Wednesday was a good one, and unexpectedly, it was a wet one. Boy, this rain shower activity, it kind of came out of nowhere. There was literally no chance for precipitation last night, overnight, and into this morning. But look what we had almost all day. Those low-hanging clouds, light misty rain, even some moderate rain in some locations at times today. Very unexpected. And boy, that one got by me yesterday, that's for sure. And as far as this gray goes, boy, it is going to continue for the rest of our work week. Temperatures are going to stay mainly into the mid, maybe upper 30s. Sky cover all the way through this upcoming weekend will be cloudy. We're going to continue to see that areas of fog as well. We still could see some light wintry precipitation, mainly over the east slopes of the Cascades. That will be overnight tonight. We could see a little bit of activity tomorrow as well. I think our best shot at precipitation will be early next week, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But today's high temperatures, not bad with all that rain out there. 35 unofficially our high. That's just a degree above where we should be for this time of year at 34. Our record high, 53 degrees, and that was set back in 1979. 32 our overnight low this morning. That's above where we should be, but boy, we just didn't warm up throughout the day today. Our record low, by the way, 4 degrees, and that was set in 1972. How about this? We picked up 0.11 of an inch of precipitation when we thought we'd get nothing out of it. 5.87 is where we're sitting for the year now, and we're still at 6 inches of snow for the season going back to October 1st. Sunrise 7:40 and the sun set this afternoon at 4:10. All right, let's get you into the forecast now. And tomorrow's temperatures will be warmer. We will be drier tomorrow. We're going to see a little bit of that fog. I think it might burn off in the afternoon a little bit anyway, and that'll allow temperatures in the Columbia Basin to almost hit 40 degrees tomorrow. About 38 in Wenatchee, 37 for Eniat and Chelan. The cool spot as usual, Lake Wenatchee tomorrow with a high temperature of 34. Tonight, we can expect foggy conditions, mostly cloudy skies with low temperatures basically around 30 degrees. We have high pressure over western Idaho and another area of high pressure out in the Pacific, so that's keeping most of the storm systems away from us. But by the time we get into tomorrow evening, we could see about a 20%, or tomorrow morning rather, a 20% chance of maybe morning rain and snow. Boy, after what happened today, I'm not gonna, all bets are off on rain and snow. Partly cloudy in the afternoon, upper 30s for highs. By Friday, a large Pacific storm system is set to move in on us. But I'll tell you what, this ridge of high pressure is going to stay in place and just going to continue with those patchy, foggy conditions, mostly cloudy. Highs on Friday near about 40 degrees. Getting you into the weekend, patchy fog. That's that gray you see on your map, mostly cloudy by afternoon. Once again, as we kick off our weekend, not bad with high temperatures near 40. On Sunday, mostly cloudy. We'll call it seasonal as we begin to cool down somewhat. More of a northwesterly flow of air into Washington, mid-30s for a high on Sunday. And then this low will kick into gear and move onshore. Well, it will move out a little bit, but the waves of moisture will move onshore, and this is what we can expect right here in central Washington. That will be morning rain and snow showers, about a 30% chance of it Monday. High temperatures in those upper 30s. For Tuesday, a lot like Monday. We're going to see some morning rain and snow showers, might even see some slick conditions on Tuesday. Mostly cloudy by afternoon. Again, high temperatures Tuesday afternoon into those upper 30s. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. 32 overnight tonight. Might see a rain and snow shower as you make that morning commute tomorrow, so keep that in mind. 38 the high temperature. We'll stay with temperatures above normal on Friday and Saturday. A little bit of patchy fog both days and mostly cloudy. Mostly cloudy for Sunday too, and 35. And then a chance for both rain and snow Monday and Tuesday mornings. 38 the high on Monday and 39 your high temperature on Tuesday. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
Monahan, baseline jumper from 6.
Watch high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel. Coverage is brought to you in part by our platinum sponsor, Alpine Heating and Cooling in Wenatchee, and our gold sponsor, Town Auto Group. Sponsorship also includes Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Air Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, and Confluence Health. Watch live high school sports right here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station. We hope you're enjoying our holiday programming. From movies to your favorite music, we've got you covered. And while you gather with friends and family to watch NCWLIFE, we need to thank our platinum sponsor, Alpine Heating and Cooling, for helping us bring you these shows. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air? Call Alpine Air.
The Seattle Kraken snapped an 8-game losing streak last night with a shutout over the Florida Panthers. After a scoreless first period, Kailer Yamamoto broke the ice 3 minutes into the second. Seattle would add 3 more in the third, and Joey Decourd would earn his first shutout in his NHL career.
52 in deep sea blue, out to the slot, good stick by the Panthers. That was Verhaeghe, and out they are. This is Ekblad, right in for a shot, stopped by Decourd. Spectacular save by Joey Decourd. Jamie Oleksiak was off Devon Shore. He had a good opportunity in period 1. Belmar lays it back for Borgen. Stretching out the ice, Yamamoto, he's in, he scores! Kailer Yamamoto to the roof, and the Kraken break the ice. In fact, they're in. Yamamoto, Evans now circles the track out in front. They score! That's hockey, baby! Pierre-Edouard Belmar, first NHL point. Riker Evans, 2-0, Seattle. And Oleksiak all the way around. Cartier, Borgen, Wenberg, he's in, he scores! Hey, hey, what do you say? Alex Wenberg, 3-0, Kraken. Reinhart, Verhaeghe in front, off bodies, off Gord, captured by Vince Dunn. Angled out to center, Ekman Larsson, a foot race with Tolvanen, who hacks it in! Ellie Tolvanen wills it home. Empty net goal. 6 seconds on the clock. That's Kraken hockey, baby. That's the first career shutout for Joey Decourd.
It was a night of first as the Kraken won for the first time since before Thanksgiving.
I think just going after it. I feel like in the third, maybe we sit back a little bit. We get a little passive. So I think just going after it and, still trying to score and create offense.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this kid is going to be here long after I'm out. So it was fun to see him, and he thanked me to put it in, which was a funny thing. It was a pretty much an open net, right? So, but he's a good kid. He's been working hard, and same as for the goalie, we really wanted to give him his first win, and we didn't do it a few games ago, and we finally got him. So now let's keep rolling.
It means the world, honestly. I'm super grateful, for the opportunity to play in the NHL every single night, and the coaching staff and the guys that trust me out there, and just to go out there and just play my ass off every night, and to get a shutout in the NHL, especially against such a high caliber team with a lot of good players and obviously an incredible goalie over there too. Hasn't really sunk in yet, but it's pretty special for sure.
Yeah, it's it's a tough stretch. It gets pretty heavy, right? It gets pretty heavy when you're working hard. You're close. The moral victories they don't ring very true after you go through that for several games. So for the guys to be able to let loose, enjoy a good win, knowing that they worked for it, that's huge. It's you like to see that, and it's still there's a lot of things about this game. It's still a kid's game, right? You play hard. You want to work hard and have success together, and then you have fun and enjoy that. And our guys were able to finally do that tonight after a real tough stretch.
Seattle will try to make it 2 wins in a row tomorrow night when the Chicago Blackhawks come calling at 7 o'clock. You can watch it on Root Sports Northwest. Well, college basketball teams in the Northwest are going through finals week and getting ready for the holidays, so the schedule's pretty light. Only game tonight is Cheney, where Eastern Washington is hosting Portland Bible. That game at 6 o'clock on ESPN+. The Wenatchee Wild begin a stretch of 3 games to finish up the first half of the Western Hockey League season tonight. Wenatchee's in Portland to face the Winterhawks. That game gets underway at 7 o'clock. You can hear the action on radio locally with Austin Drade on the call on 560 KPQ. The Wild are back home this Friday and Sunday to host Prince George and Everett. After the weekend, General Manager Bliss Littler says the boys will get some well-deserved time off.
Generally, you'd like them to leave their equipment. But that's usually a battle that you don't win. But you'd like them to really put the hockey away and let their bodies heal up. You'd like them to get in a few workouts that don't go too long without a workout, getting a good sweat or a good drip in. But get away from hockey. Let your body heal up. Let your mind freshen up. This is a grind. We play almost 3 games every week, and so you got to let yourself heal up, and that's really go home, enjoy your family, your friends, and come back refreshed, ready to get after it.
The Wild have already sent 3 main players off to national team tryouts. Littler says it's a great opportunity for those players to expand their horizons.
Geeky and Savoy, they're at the Canadian national team tryout, which I would expect that they'll both make that team. I think they're both projected as, some of their best players. I guess I would think they'd be in their top 3, and they'll be counted on heavily for Canada. And Rogers, he'll be with the Latvian national team. We fully expect that he'll be on the team, and he was on it a year ago. So again, we wish all 3 of them well, and then we pull for USA.
An upcoming challenge for Littler and the Wild is the trade deadline looming in January. Wenatchee inherited a great roster from Winnipeg when they purchased the franchise, but the roster came at the price of future draft picks.
It's a tough situation, no doubt, that we're in. That as of right now, and don't quote me for sure, but we have 1 pick of our first 6 in the first 6 rounds this year. In the May of 25, we have 1 pick. 26, we don't have any in the first 6 rounds. So we have some decisions to make, some really tough ones. And then if you go back, this past May of 23, we didn't have a first or a second round pick. The year before that, we didn't have a first or a second round pick. So if we do nothing, we will not have a first or a second round pick for 5 years, which would probably mean that we have a really good team, a chance, if nobody gets injured, a chance to be really competitive this year. Now, we don't have the ability to add to our team right now. I can't say, hey, we'd like to add a right-handed power play defenseman. Everybody in the league knows that for 3 years, we don't have any draft picks, so we have nothing to trade.
You can hear much more of the interview with Bliss and Austin on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Just head to our website for more on that. By the way, I'll be mat side at Eastmont High School tonight with live coverage on the NCWLIFE channel. Pregame starts a little before 7 o'clock as the Wildcats host the Mavericks in Big 9 Wrestling. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Wednesday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us tonight, and have a great night.
I'm Jenny Rojanowski, host of Network TV, and I'm looking for you, our next guest, to come on air live at the NCWLIFE studios. We would love to feature your business, organization, or nonprofit and share about the work or innovation happening inside of your organization. It's super easy to come on air. You just need to send us an email. info@ncwtech.org. That's info@ncwtech.org.